Oh, you dry bones! Hear the word of the Lord! Oh, okay, they're moving. They are actually moving.
So I woke up this morning thinking, you know what? I might actually have a normal prophet day today. And then, boom! God teleports me into a full-on bone apocalypse. And I'm like, Lord, where even is this?
There were bones under my feet. Bones in my boots.
Bones in places I don't want to talk about. And I swear one of them just judged me with its eye sockets.
Oh, right. You don't know who I am.
My name's Ezekiel, prophet. Occasionally possessed by visions. Former priest. Current full-time dead thing narrator. Apparently. God's been showing me wild stuff lately. But this was different. This was personal. This was revival or riot. Son of man, can these bones live? And I'm standing there like, I mean, they're bones, sir. Like, dry. But, you tell me? And then, God told me to start talking to bones.
Okay, quick recap. I am a grown man in a valley of bones, being asked by the creator of universe to start yelling at skeletons. And then they just stood there, fully built, but still empty. They looked like people, but they had no life. So I'm thinking, cool. I built an army of dead mannequins. And God goes, we're not done. I thought the nightmare was over. But the wind hadn't even arrived yet. They had bones. They had muscle. They even had eyebrows. But there was one thing they didn't have.
They had no spirit, no breath, just flesh, with nothing living inside. Okay, so I did the whole prophesy to the bones part, and it worked. But now I'm stuck with an army of emotionally unavailable warriors.
Basically, ancient Israel's version of NPCs. Built different, but still running on demo mode.
They looked ready, but they were still spiritually offline. Like 2 bars of reception, max. Prophesy to the breath. Call to the 4 winds and say to the spirit, come. Breathe into these slain.
So now he wants me to talk to air. I just finished screaming at bones. Now I'm out here preaching to the breeze? Oh, breath! Come from the 4 winds and breathe on these dead, that they may live!
They breathed. They moved. They looked at me, and I realized this wasn't just a crowd. This was an army.
One minute I'm yelling at bones. Next minute I'm standing in the middle of a holy respawn lobby. You know, where the dead line up before things get real. And they all have better shoulders than me. They weren't just standing up again. They were ready. And I was not briefed for commanding a literal zombie battalion. Okay, so they're breathing now, that's great. But do they talk? Do I hand out weapons? Is there a user manual for this? Because if this turns into a zombie revolt, I'm not liable. I just read the script.
Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. They say, our bones are dried up. Our hope is gone. We are cut off.
This wasn't a zombie apocalypse training. It was a parable. You ever do something super weird and only have to realize it was a metaphor?
Yeah, me too. Therefore, tell them, I will open your graves, bring you back to life, and lead you home. Then you will know that I am the Lord.
So it wasn't about bones. It was about burnt out people. Israel didn't need a war cry. They needed a pulse. They felt cut off, hopeless. Like, why even bother? Been there. Yeah. Yeah. That kind of dry. And God's like, nope, still not done with you. If you've got dry faith, dry hope, dry life, well, guess what? God was basically resending a massive group chat to a nation that's been on Do Not Disturb since exile. So yeah, turns out this wasn't just about skeletons. It was about people. It was about hope. Sometimes we feel like bones, dry, tired, forgotten. But God doesn't do graveyards. He does comebacks. So if God ever tells you to yell at bones, yell at them. Trust me, it might look weird. But it could be the start of the most epic undead miracle ever. 10 out of 10 would scream at skeletons again. Yep, that one's straight from God. Not sponsored, not prophetic fan fiction. That's straight from the source. Just yell at bones and hold the selfie stick. He does the breathing part. Hit subscribe or that skeleton's gonna stand at the foot of your bed like, still not subscribed. It doesn't blink. All right, bone guy out. Catch you in the next vlog, and hopefully less sand in my robe.
But before you go, you need to see what happened to Peter. Jesus was snoring. Waves were slapping. Peter was out there screaming for his life. And the Messiah? Out cold neck, just sleeping through it like full divine nap, the kind you dream through a thunderstorm. Next vlog, Peter, Jesus was snoring while the disciples were drowning. Click now! Or the boat flips again.